Rozey, and I got Alex, as always, Friday
What
nights.
up? First
And
full slate of football, NFL, and college. I'm psyched.
yep, NFL season's back.
Finally.
So we're going to give you guys some plays on those and some player props, some leans on college and NFL.
Hell
So,
yeah.
but real quick, I thought we would, talk about last night's game.
Yep. You want to take your victory parade?
Yeah, if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you'd know that I'm a Mark Andrews hater. Probably the only one that there is. I don't think he's that talented, and
Yeah. I just never
I
thought
didn't see this
Lamar
coming
was
though.
the best quarterback for him. He needs more of a pocket passer type, and that is, as we saw last night, just not Lamar.
Yeah, he
Plain
missed
and
two
simple.
wide open throws in the end zone that would have
Yeah,
tied
that
it
game
up.
should have gone to overtime. Maybe if the guy wore a half size lower shoe, we would have gone overtime, or white shoes maybe. I don't know, but
Yeah, could have gotten away with it there,
I was
but
ready for overtime too. But I guess the extra 30 minutes of sleep was also nice.
yeah, I did pick the Ravens to cover 3.5 in my
Ah,
pick 'em, but
yeah, that a lot of people did. Everyone was on the Ravens last night. It felt like, and just fell a little short. Their
yeah, that
defense
was
looked
one
a
of
little
those.
shoddy.
Like, I didn't really want to bet on the game itself. I had some player props and stuff. Uh, One awful, no good, very bad beat. I guess I'm doing this every week, but I
Yeah,
had
I'm also in a losing streak. It's
you'll have to
beginning of
tell
the
us about
season.
it.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah,
We got to find our what we like and our trends and all that. We're feeling it out.
Underdog is running a promo they did yesterday. If you bet on the first touchdown scorer, even if it loses, then you get a free square for the next game. And so I bet Xavier Worthy to get the first touchdown. So
First
close.
touchdown for the Chiefs.
Yeah, first touchdown for the Chiefs. I was
Yeah.
hoping that maybe that I don't know the
No, you got
language
to be
was
exact
slipping.
when you
Yeah.
place it. Yeah.
But those are our thoughts on last night's game.
Yeah,
Um,
Xavier Worthy is electric, fastest dude in the world. I don't know. I'd like to
if
see him race that one track dude that has beef with everybody who's not a track athlete.
oh
You know,
yeah, you're not talking about the flag
the
football guy, right?
no, the guy who won the gold medal in the 100. Blanking on his name.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna get it, but keep talking.
I'm always down for a race though. But if you're listening to this for any fantasy advice, I'll give one piece of advice. I would sell Xavier Worthy in redraft right now.
Noah Lyles, that's the
Lyles, yeah.
name.
But after a 2 touchdown performance, let's not forget that Hollywood Brown is coming back. And
To the
if
Cardinals.
Xavier
No,
Worthy
no, no.
isn't scheme
Or,
touches,
oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Hollywood Brown's the Chiefs, though. He's not the Ravens. He's
I
with the
know
Chiefs now.
I'm saying to sell Xavier Worthy.
Sorry. I thought you were still talking likely for some reason.
No. I mean, likely is great.
You
I don't
just
think you
said
can
two.
buy
You
him.
said 2 touchdowns, and that's who I thought you were talking about because
He
he
didn't.
also
He
had
only
one.
had one. He had
Uh,
one
yeah.
and 99% of another.
But yeah, I still think even with Brown coming back, he's really just going to be a nice little flex third option for them. But I still think Worthy and Slant Boy Rice are going to be the
Yeah,
guys.
new slant god right
I'd
there.
be more concerned as a Kelsey owner than a Worthy or like a Rice owner when Brown comes back because I don't. Kelsey might just be a luxury and a nice blocker at this point, you know?
I will say it's 1 week, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
jump to too
yeah,
many conclusions. Even on Mark Andrews, they had him in there to block for their awful offensive line.
that is true.
And
That's sort
he's
of why he was
obviously a
inactive.
way better blocker than Isaiah likely could ever be anyway.
Yeah, just
So,
because of the size. Yeah, yeah.
and then I think the Ravens are really trying to take away Kelsey. I think they had Hamilton on him a lot of the game, and Hamilton's kind of shut down. So I would wait one more week before really freaking out. But
Fair, fair.
as a
Recency
Andrews
bias.
hater, I'm down to hate on him still. So I thought I would give you guys some plays for today.
Let's do it.
I'm pulling this up from
For tonight, you mean?
not tonight. It is
Yeah.
way too late.
Yeah.
If you're listening to us
So for
live,
Saturday, right? For college football?
Saturday and Sunday.
Ah,
Well,
okay.
I guess I don't have any college plays. You might be able
Are
to
there
find
NFL
some
games
on
tomorrow, or is it
the
just
Discord.
Sunday? Just
Just
NFL?
Sunday.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up our Discord right now because one of the plays is for tonight, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, it's on Better. They are giving a free Saquon Barkley line. He just needs to get half a rushing yard. It's probably gonna be too late by the time you're listening to this to get that.
Unless you watch on YouTube.
Yep, watch us on YouTube or follow us on Discord. I post most of the plays on Discord. So
Yeah, I'll be posting another midnight parlay tomorrow. That's the
yes,
only one I
sir.
hit last week.
Yes, sir.
That's
All
awesome.
right, so we got Brees Hall over 93 and a half rushing and receiving yards. I think
Yeah.
the Niners are missing a couple of their star linebackers in this game.
I'm also just down on the Niners in general. I don't know if the vibes are gonna stick with them. They might be down.
I think the Niners are probably a better team than the Jets, but Brees Hall is obviously their
I
number
don't.
2 option.
Yeah, they're probably better, but like not that much better. The Jets have a younger defense, but then they have an older offense. Like obviously, Aaron Rodgers is an old man. Mike Williams is their second best receiver. Like that's not great.
Yeah, no, Brees Hall is going to get a lot of touches. I mean, against the Niners weren't really shut down in the running game last year,
Yeah.
and Brees Hall would put up numbers even against a really good rushing defense.
Yeah, and he's
So I
definitely
feel
going
like
to be used in the
93
passing game
rushing
too.
receiving is really low.
Yeah.
So I would take that. And then if you're listening to
Torch.
when was that? Wednesday. Wednesday I
Green
gave
pie.
out this Dortch play. They've been hyping him up all off season. And I think this game against the Bills is going to be a shootout. They don't really
the Bills
have any
no
good
defense.
cornerbacks. And
DeMar Hamlin is their starting safety. That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, I hope he does well for his sake. But
yeah, I mean, he's going to do fine, but he's always just been an average to below average safety. That's just what he's always been.
Exactly. And so they don't really have any cornerbacks. They have Taron Johnson, but he's not going to be – I think he's a little bit too big to cover Greg Dortch. But either way.
5'7", baby. Shout out.
Just over 27.5 receiving yards. He can get this in one play.
One screen with good blocking.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's that one. Then Drake London. This is going to be his breakout game. I think he's going to have an amazing season with Kirk Cousins.
This is the year.
The Steelers' passing defense is not that good. They have a
if the line can hold up, they can pick apart their secondary.
Exactly. And if the line doesn't hold up, which Steelers have a great defensive line.
Yeah, that's their strength for sure.
Yeah. But I have Drake London over 89.5 receiving yards. That's a boosted play. So I think that's what Better does.
One of the probably one of the money getters right there. One of the tougher lines to hit.
Yeah, it's a little bit tougher, but I mean it's sub 100. So I don't think that's too bad.
No,
if Porter shadows London, I've seen things that Porter's not even that good at shadowing people anyway. And with Kyle Pitts having a lingering injury, I think that Drake London can get 100 yards. So I think this is a 2x play. And then last leg for the Better slip is Jameson Williams, wide receiver for the Detroit Lions, over 60.5 receiving yards. That's also a boosted pick. They've been hyping him up all off season. Apparently he's been developing his route tree. He's been getting a lot better at that. And
second year, right?
This is his third year, but
he was just suspended at his first year for like half the year, right?
That was his second year.
Okay. Yeah, that's just
His
why
first year he was coming
it
off a
feels
torn
like there's a
ACL.
buffer year in between.
Yeah. Well,
But
he was coming off a torn ACL his
that,
first year,
yeah, that too. So he
and then
just
he
really
got
hasn't been
suspended. But
available for like a full year. It feels
yeah,
like.
I think that they are going to feature him. Amon and Laporta and Gibbs, they're going to get theirs too.
Of course.
The Rams, their cornerbacks they just signed Tre'Davious White, who's coming off a torn Achilles,
Oof.
and then
Yeah, I think the Rams are going to try and just shoot out with people. I don't know about their defense. No Aaron Donald either. That's big.
yeah, no Aaron Donald. And then they just lost a cornerback to IR. They
Oh boy.
so they really only
Get
have
the over, folks.
Tre'Davious White, and that's about it.
We're going to see
Yeah,
some
and
fireworks on Sunday night.
they lost their linebacker too. I can't remember his name. I really should have brushed up on this beforehand. But their defense could be rough.
Well, I like the sound of that. I got Williams on my bench for my work fantasy team.
Yeah,
he might eventually make it to the starting lineup.
If you have a lot of better options.
Right now, my flex is Waddle. But
yeah,
my
I would
starters
definitely be playing Waddle over him because
my starters are DK and Puka.
Yeah, I would sit him this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit him and wait. Sit him and wait.
If you have any, like I think I have Singletary in the league, I'm probably going to play Jameson Williams, even though Singletary is going up against a good matchup. But so that's the better play. I have it $10 to win 500.
Holy shoot!
So I mean, it doesn't even feel like that bad about because Barkley's
that's 50 to 1. That's nice.
And
I mean, why not?
Not to promote Better too much because they're not a sponsor and they're fine. Some of their
Maybe they
lines
could
suck,
be one day.
But
think about it better.
The way that we're doing these slips is they're running a promo where if they'll give you a free square, so it was Saquon tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you lose that one, next primetime game, you get another free square until you win your slip. So you don't want to be going with these easy ones that get you the free money, then you don't get to use that square again.
Yeah,
you want to go all out. It. Yeah,
exactly.
And so to pair with that Jameson Williams play, I found this on Fliff. It's Lions Rams over 64.5.
Yep.
Points.
Yep. I love it.
I think there's going to be a big
we got no
shootout.
Defense in this game.
Yeah, no defense to be had.
A couple sacks every once in a while, maybe a turnover or two, but yeah, we're going to see some points.
The secondary for the Lions is going to start gelling together, but I think it's going to take a little bit, especially
and
since
it's
they've
Stafford.
been hurt too. And then it's Stafford, Kupp is healthy, Puka's healthy, Kyrie's healthy. It's going to be good. But so this is at plus 410 if you guys can get this.
Yeah, I don't think that's a crazy over because that's 30-ish points for both teams, which isn't great. Like,
no, it's not bad at all.
Doesn't sound out of the picture.
And then on this underdog play, I got DK under 58.5.
It's because we're feeding JSN. That's why.
I do think it's going to be a JSN game.
I wouldn't mind.
I would pick the Seahawks to win.
Oh yeah,
but I think Surtain is going to be on DK Metcalf the whole game, and he shut him down last time they played.
Yeah, that was Geno's first game though. But even if he shuts down,
listen, DK's a beast.
We got JSN on the other side and Tyler Lockett on their third, so
yeah,
we'll be fine.
They have other options, and I think they're going to feature K-Walk too.
Maybe we'll
get that in a separate
little
slip.
Charbonnet tight end action. We'll see.
Then we got Godwin. Godwin over 58.5 receiving yards as well.
Godwins.
I think Mike Evans is probably going to get a couple touchdowns, but Godwin's going to get the yards.
He's going to get the mains, and then in the red zone, they're just going to lob it to Evans. You think so?
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen because the Commanders are – I think they were the worst team against the pass last year.
They were, yep.
And they haven't really done much to improve it other than bringing in Dan Quinn, but I don't think he's going to fix.
Yeah, the scheme might be good for a little while, but I don't know if it's going to last 4 quarters.
Yeah, if Forbes is out there, his tiny little butt, he's going to get dunked on by Mike Evans.
Yeah.
And then we got Aiden Hutchinson with
This one's the obvious one.
over a sack,
Yeah.
over half a sack.
Home opener. Come on.
Think this is a guarantee because I think that this is going to be the year like he really breaks out and solidifies himself as one of the best.
Yeah. I feel like if you want to be bullish, you'd go find a line that's 1.5.
Yeah, I think that's a good line too. They also just lost their starting tackle to he got suspended 2 games, so he's going to be out. And then I think their other tackle is questionable to play.
Okay.
So that, and then paired with they brought in Davenport, James Houston's healthy, so there's actually going to be a pass rush on the other side, at least for this game. So I think we're going to get at least 1 sack. I would love to see
unless he just gets hurt in like the first quarter or something.
Don't say that.
Crazy. Just something crazy because like it feels like one of those free plays almost. It's Sunday night football, home opener. The crowd's going to be rocking. Family's going to be there.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a good time. One more thing I wanted to look at real quick.
Let's do it. Packers just scored, but there's a flag.
Oh, they're already playing. Okay.
Yeah,
so
4 minutes in.
There is that promo that I was talking about for Underdog.
Mm-hmm.
You bet on first touchdown to score, then you get a free play the next NFL game. So I was hoping that maybe you and do we have any audience? Not right now, but I was hoping you could help me out with who's going to score the first touchdown
in the Jaguars Dolphins.
Any game.
I'm sort of if you got the Bills up, I'm sort of a Khalil Sharik fan. I think he's gonna
Khalil
pop
Shakir.
Off. Shakir.
But I kind of like that.
Yeah, maybe like just a nice slant or a screen, something in the end zone or some. He's really good at yards after the catch, so he might break one too.
I think his ADOT was second highest last year, so he.
What's his first touchdown odds?
6.23 times.
So pretty much 6-1.
I think that's how it converts, but I don't really know. Let's see what the payout would be with just one other. Ooh, I actually like this James Conner one too, actually.
True.
If you just bet these two, it's 21.5. So bet $10, get $2.50.
Do you want to do James Conner or would you rather do Harrison? Because they might try and feature him on the first drive,
I don't know.
Throw him a deep ball or something.
There's been a lot of news about James Conner carrying the ball a ton.
Yeah, I mean, as long as a big passing play doesn't break out, if they're in the red zone, he's absolutely going to get some touches.
I kind of like him 10.25.
But I mean, it's 21-1 odds, so let's have some fun, I guess.
Remove Connor. It doesn't like the same game. Well, we can come up with something later. Oh, sorry.
All right.
Just seeing our faces.
They called back the touchdown on the Packers. 0-0 still.
Dang, I really want to watch this game. Okay, Alex, let's get to it.
All right. We're going to start with college football starting tomorrow, and we're going to start how many more times am I going to say that? With the game of the week, Michigan versus Texas, which is also the college football game day. They're going to be there, and quick tangent, I highly, highly, highly recommend you tune into College Game Day. It has gotten so much better since Pat McAfee has joined. He's like that peak type of guy you want on that show. Some people complain he's not professional, this and that, but for that show, week in and week out, they're just trying to get the vibe of the college campus on a big game day atmosphere. And I think he's like the perfect type of dude that brings that out in the crowd. They have Nick Saban too now, which he's already sort of gelling with him. Kurt Herbstreit's always there, but college game day, Ann Arbor, we're betting the over 42 because I sort of think Texas is going to run away with this game. I don't think Michigan's
Really?
great. Yeah. Michigan had an okay showing against Fresno State last week. They won 30-10, which I think if you're a defensive powerhouse like that and you're playing Fresno State at home as your home opener, you should probably shut them out.
I
I think
mean,
they've
it was a
lost.
close game into the third quarter.
Exactly. Like they pulled away late. Their starting quarterback only threw for 118 yards on 25 passing attempts. Like he's also a senior. That's not great. Quinn Ewers is out for revenge this season. Like this is definitely his last year before he probably takes the next step to the NFL with Arch Manning also waiting in the wings. So yeah, I think Texas is going to win by 2+ touchdowns. Michigan's probably going to score 14 to 17 points. Texas has a pretty good defense too, but Michigan's lost a lot on defense. They're not the juggernaut they were last year. So I'm going over. It's a small point total, right at 11 o'clock, and then moving on to 2:30, we're going with Trent's pick of the week. We're riding Iowa. We're taking the spread -2.5. Iowa State is not what it used to be under Matt Campbell. Those peak years are gone. They're at home. We're going to be waving at the Children's Hospital, and we're going 2.5. Go Hawkeyes. And finally, Rosie, I went with Baylor, Utah over 54 because my friend, Baylor doesn't have much of a defense. Utah doesn't have much of a defense when they're playing away from you.
I don't know, man. Baylor's been quite the opposite since Aranda got there.
Yeah, but they did have a good defense, and then last year it sort of went back to the norm, and they're fighting. But Cam Rising's a really good 7th-year starter. I think they're going to light it up, and it's going to be a classic. Well, now it is a Big 12 matchup, but it's going to be a classic Big 12 game. 54 seemed a little low. I think it's going to be more in like the 60s. So those three right there is pretty much 5-1 odds. I sprinkled a little bit on that. But that's really my only college play I got right now. I'm going to be posting another one tomorrow, though, as the day goes on. So that's why we need to follow Discord and always be on the know.
Yeah, maybe post it to Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
I can
get the people going.
Yeah, I can do that. But I guess moving on to the NFL, I'm going to start. They had this special out. So it's a 3-team special. We need the Bills, Dolphins, and Texans to score 20 or more points, which is 3 touchdowns. That one seemed pretty easy. It's a little bit over even odds. It's +115. I sprinkled a decent amount on it because I'm pretty confident in all 3 of those scoring at least 3 touchdowns. The Bills are playing the Cardinals, the Dolphins are playing the Jaguars, and the Texans are playing the Colts. And they all have prolific offenses. We know that. What do you think on that one, Rosie? Like, I'm just sort of using that one as like my safety net in case these other 2 don't hit, and I at least win my money back that I put in, type of deal.
Yeah, no, I kind of love that, to be honest. Those are going to be shootouts.
Yeah, like it's not even +21; it's just +20. So as long as we kick our extra points, we're good. Like we just need 3 touchdowns each. But all 3 of those games kick off at noon too, so you don't have to wait around for that. And then I went ahead and just made a favorite heavy parlay with 1 underdog. We got the Bills -300, Texans -165, Bengals -420, Falcons -185, and then for the afternoon slate, I'm riding with my boy Gardner Minshew and the Las Vegas Raiders at +140.
I like it.
Those all 4. It's a 5-teamer actually, and all 5 of those combined gets you 8-1. So sprinkled like $10 on that, just to see. But yeah. Those are
good.
my plays as of right now, and just we'll keep the Discord active this weekend. We could definitely have some more plays going live. Monday Night Football too. We'll definitely have something there. But yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. Well, that's gonna do it for us today. I think we'll have a podcast on Monday.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be a
Believe.
fun weekend, Alex. I'm real excited.
Well, you think we're doing it Monday, or do you think we do it Tuesday after Monday night? I guess we'll figure it out, but
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be one of those days for sure. So
yeah, recap of week 1, baby.
yes, sir.
I am excited.
All right, we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.